Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Twin Russell Pod. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Hey, listen. Today, we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble 2025. And normally, I have my brother on here, but at the recording of this, he had fallen asleep. So, it's supposed to be 3 people, but it's 2. So now I got my boy CK Gaines. I'll link his channel in the description down below. He's going to be doing the predictions with me. Introduce yourself to the people, CK.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? CKG crew, CKG family. If you are here listening to this, thank you for being here. DJ, also thank you for allowing me to be here to do these predictions with you. I'm excited. I had fun when we did the predictions for WrestleMania, and I'm excited to do them for 2025. So yeah, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready now, man. So this pay-per-view, we have 4 matches slated. We have the both men's and women's Royal Rumble respectively. We have the WWE Tag Team Championships on the SmackDown side being defended, and we have the ladder match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. So, to start this off, we're going to talk about the WWE Tag Team Championship match. If the women do not kick off the show in the Rumble, this match, I believe, will kick off the show. And this match, Triple H wanted to get his guys on the show, okay? This is the biggest stage that the Motor City Machine Guns will ever be on. I would say this is probably the biggest crowd they ever performed in front of. I know they performed in New Japan in a Tokyo Dome a couple years ago, but I think this crowd in Lucas Oil Stadium, I think this stadium hosts like 60,000, so I think this to be the biggest that they have ever performed in. And on the same token for DIY, Triple H definitely wanted to get Gargano and Ciampa on the PLE, and this is the first time that the Tag Team Championships from SmackDown have been defended, maybe since WrestleMania in the PLE, if I can remember. It's been a very long time. But Triple H definitely wanted to get these guys on the card. So we have a 2 out of 3 falls match with DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano defending their Tag Team Championships against the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, if you've been on this channel a lot, you know how much I've talked about the Motor City Machine Guns, how much they paved the way in the tag team scene. They were pretty much the guys after like the Hardys, Dudleys, and Asian Christian took over the early 2000s. Once 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4 broke open and TNA first started, you don't mention TNA without the Motor City Machine Guns. One of the greatest tag teams to ever do it. If you don't know, just a little history background about those 2 guys. But I don't see DIY losing this matchup. Now, it's the only way I can see them losing this matchup, okay? I'll throw this out there. Is that we know that they were the ones to attack the Street Profits, to take the Street Profits spot in a match against the Motor City Machine Guns for those very same Tag Team Championships. And then they ended up beating the Motor City Machine Guns back in November or December, right around that time. So this could be grounds for the Street Profits to return because they are out again, albeit from a different person, but DIY has something to do with their last attack. So I can see the Street Profits coming out and interfering in this match and costing DIY the championships. That's the only way I see them losing. But I'm taking DIY in this match. This their first title defense. They're not going to lose the championships on that unless what I proposed earlier happens. But it's going to be a very good 2 out of 3 falls match between these 2 teams. But I'm taking DIY. Who you got?
I actually didn't know anything about this match up until this past Monday on Raw, the January 27th, 2025 edition. But, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, when they were DIY down in NXT, they had some pretty exciting matches. And me having watched TNA back in, the mid-2000s when it was still the 6-sided ring and you still had the Motor City Machine Guns, America's Most Wanted, LAX and all of them, they were very entertaining. So I think this is definitely going to be a high flying match. Hopefully, I mean, I know Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley are older, but I believe they'll still be able to pull off some of those high flying moves that we love. Um, I'm gonna take DIY. I don't really see the Motor City Machine Guns really losing or winning this match, because again, we kind of have to see how DIY does as heels. I don't know if they ever had a heel run together down in NXT. So
Not as a team, but like separately they have. Yeah.
separately, okay, yeah. I don't think I was watching NXT at that time, but with them together, I think Gargano and Ciampa, they have good chemistry together. So I'm gonna go with DIY, and I think we'll probably get the same formula where one team will win, and then the other team wins the next one, and then it'll come down to the third and final fall. But my guess is gonna be DIY. Is it just straight up tag team matches, or is it like the first one's gonna be a regular tag team, then like a table, or
I don't think none of them have a stipulation. I don't know. Maybe they might do that Friday coming up. I don't know. We still have the go home show. I don't know so far, but as of this recording, they don't.
Okay, then I'm gonna stick to DIY. Like I said, I want to see more of Gargano and Ciampa as heels. We already know Ciampa can make a good heel. So yeah, I'm gonna choose DIY for this one as well.
Okay. I'm interested to see how much time Triple H is going to give these guys. The pay-per-view starts at 6, so roughly it might don't end till about 10:30, which is going to be a lot because I'm planning on going down to the stadium to watch the show. I don't want to be in that damn stadium that long. I remember traveling to fucking SummerSlam last year was a fucking hassle because WB had the pre-show like outside of the stadium, so like parts of the exit to get toward the stadium to where you park and shit was blocked off, so it was a hassle getting down there. So like I hope WB have a better setup as opposed to they did in Cleveland for SummerSlam, because I don't want to be stuck in traffic for like an hour trying to get down there. I'd rather not do that, but we'll see.
Well, if I'm thinking correctly, both of the Royal Rumble matches are pretty much going to probably roughly be about an hour. And then I would maybe say you give Cody and Kevin Owens about maybe 20-25 minutes. So I would probably say, yeah, I think they would have a good chunk of time to showcase the skills and showcase what they got. So yeah, I would hope they would have a good amount of time.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. All right, man. So let's get this out the way. We have as of Monday Night Raw, we have a few celebrity influencers, streamers being invited to the show. We have Ice Show Speed and Kai Cenat. Shout out to them dudes. I don't watch their content as much. I don't know. I know they do streaming and shit, but I don't really watch them. But they will be there. I think Ice Show Speed will be streaming from there. So we'll see what that entails. Maybe they show him on the pre-show or something like that. I don't know. But those guys will be down there. Let's get into this Women's Royal Rumble match, man.
Can I just say, aren't Ice Show Speed and Logan Paul cool with each other? So maybe we'll see him with Logan Paul. Maybe they'll have something special to happen in the Royal Rumble, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, bro. I honestly don't know. I don't watch them. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I believe Cole or Pat McAfee said something yesterday on Raw about Ice Show Speed getting that RKO from Randy Orton back at WrestleMania. So I don't know. Maybe they'll have an interaction if Randy Orton is there. But I'll save all that stuff for when we get into these matches.
Okay. All right. Let's get on to this Women's Royal Rumble match. As of right now, we only had a few women declare. They all declared at the same time. I think it might have been on SmackDown. They did it. You had Liv Morgan declared, Bianca, Naomi, Nia Jax. Charlotte declared on that show in a vignette. Raquel Rodriguez, she declared. As of right now, we have those women. We had Io Sky declared, Ivy Now, and Lyra Valkyrie just declared as of Monday. Now, A few surprises I can see in here. We definitely going to get Jordan Grace for sure. She's going to be my dark horse to win this. I can see them pushing her to the moon because she's just that good. She has a great look, great physique, and she's very credible. So that she'd be my dark horse going into this women's Royal Rumble matchup. Like somebody you want to put the rocket on and just straight to the top, right? And I think her opponent would be Rhea Ripley if they were to do that. But as terms of surprises, I think will happen. I think we're gonna get TNA Knockouts champion Masha Slamovich. She will be in there for sure, just based on the relationship between TNA and WWE now, as they had agreed on this partnership between the two. So I think we're gonna get her in there. Jordan Grace is already there, so she's kind of got that TNA connection as well. You'll probably see Ash battle against the former what the fuck is her name? Dana Brooke. She might pop up in there here and there. You never know. You definitely get a few women from NXT. The thing about this Rumble is I don't think they have to rely on legends as much. They're super loaded. They don't to where the point where they don't have to rely on legends like you have a Lita, a Trish Stratus, or nothing. You don't have to rely on them. Okay. You'll probably get a few, probably like one or two, but they're so stacked that they don't need to lean on them. I think you're gonna get a heavy influence from NXT in this Rumble. I can definitely see a Jada Parker coming in there. We know Roxanne's going to be in there. She's probably going to go in there and eliminate Bayley. Roxanne to be in there. Maybe Cora Jade. But I think you're going to get Julia maybe in there. Stephanie Vaquer. Zarya. Maybe Cora Jade. Kalani Jordan. Like, it's so many women in the NXT women's division that they don't have to rely on no legends to be filled in these roles. Okay? For this 30 women's matchup. So I can say we're gonna get a heavy influence from NXT in this matchup. I think Nikki Bella, she will make her appearance in this matchup. And one person I'll throw in there for Sage, which I think we might don't get, but I'll throw her name in there anyway. I'll say AJ Lee makes an appearance, but I don't. That's like lesser on the totem pole. I think there'd be something significant for AJ to be in a Rumble matchup. And Becky Lynch, she would be a surprise, but everybody knows she's going to be there. As for my winner, I do not want Charlotte Flair to win this Rumble. That's one person I'm going to eliminate. Like Charlotte, okay, but we do not need her winning the Women's Royal Rumble. We do not. Been there, done that, okay? Don't need that. I'm taking Io Sky, okay? They had the tease back in November when Io was taking on Liv Morgan at Saturday Night's main event with her and Rhea to stare down to see who's going to beat Liv for the championship, right? And then they just recently had like a stare down and backstage, I think either on Raw or like the week prior to that. So if it ain't Io Sky, it's got to be Bianca. Those like my top two picks. Because I know it's rumored now that Bianca's supposed to be facing Rhea for the championship as well. I don't know where that leaves Jade. Because I thought the plan was Bianca and Jade, but I don't know. I'm going to stick with Io, though, man. I'm going to stick with Io Sky as my winner. Who you taking?
All right. You made a good point. We'll definitely see some TNA and some NXT. My dark horse surprises for the Women's Royal Rumble, and I know this is a far-fetched, but I would say the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. It's been a while since we have seen them. I love them, but I know that's a bit of a reach for those two to be there, but that's just what I think. I think in terms of returns, yes, I do believe we will see Becky. I do believe we will see Charlotte. I do believe Jordan Grace will be in there. And I also want to say Jade Cargill, but Jade, right, she really doesn't, like, have anything where she would need to be at the Royal Rumble. Like, when she comes back, she doesn't need to return, like, at the Royal Rumble. I think for her return, it should be more on a Raw or a SmackDown just for her whole storyline going into WrestleMania. And I guess my winner would have to be, I mean, like DJ said, he doesn't want Charlotte to win, but I'm gonna go with what I've heard from rumors. I'm gonna say Charlotte, and the reason why I'm gonna say Charlotte is because it feels like WWE really hasn't. They really haven't like hinted or really like given like any woman kind of any like momentum like going into the Royal Rumble. Kind of like how last year, how like we kind of all knew it was gonna be Bayley just because of how Damage Control was treating her and just isolating her. So they kind of made it seem like, okay, Bayley has a reason to win the Royal Rumble. So this year, I kind of feel like right now, just like no woman really going in there is has like a has like a storyline going into it. I kind of feel like, maybe had Rhea not won her belt back on the Raw debut on Netflix, I could say, okay, Rhea has momentum. She has a reason, to win the Royal Rumble. And I guess you could say the same thing with Nia Jax, whereas Nia, okay, now she has a reason to win the Royal Rumble to get her title back, and she just recently had a title shot. So I can't really say like where I feel like, oh, this woman is specifically going to win. Obviously, with the rumors of doing Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton at Mania, I kind of do think Charlotte will win. I can see that because it'll help Tiffany Stratton beat somebody that has a significant name at WrestleMania, and I'm pretty sure Charlotte wouldn't mind putting Tiffany Stratton over. But I have to second with DJ on the dark horse. I would probably say Bianca Belair just because of the rumor. Bianca versus Rhea is really kind of the only one that really makes sense to me if she does win, because there's really like only so many opponents you could really give Rhea that could really like match her strength, in terms of like looking at that. So I'm gonna say Charlotte Flair for my winner, but I think my dark horse winner will be Bianca Belair.
Okay. There's another surprise. I think that will be there. I despite everything we hearing as of late, okay, with her contract or whatever the case may be, and her wanting a new contract, I still think Alexa Bliss will be in a Rumble match. Okay, she's been ready to go for months. Okay, she had her kid last year, and we haven't seen her since her match with Bianca at the Royal Rumble 2 years ago, bro. Like, so she's been gone for 2 years, so she's more than ready to be back on the main roster. And with all the controversy going on with her and WWE in terms of the contract situation, I still think she will show her face up at the Rumble. I think she'd be in the Rumble and possibly be on SmackDown with the White Six. We'll see. But I think Alexa Bliss will be in the Rumble as well, among other surprises. All right, man. So we got our winners. I'm taking EO and Dark Horse. My Dark Horses will be Jordynne Grace and Bianca. And CK has taken Charlotte Flair and his motherfucker. Hold on. This don't stay in too. Yeah. You went to sleep? All right. Well, go on back. I was just making sure you was all right. That's all. All right. Go ahead. Yeah, that was my brother right now. Just call him. He's supposed to be a part of this. But,
I told you he was going to call in the middle of it.
Yeah, I figured he was. And like I was saying, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of surprises, man. CK's winner is Charlotte Flair, and his dark horse is Bianca. So we'll see. We'll see how everything plays out.
You're not wrong. I would love to see Alexa Bliss, but I would also love to see AJ Lee as well. I think she would get the biggest pop in that arena. I 100% believe she would, but it's like you said, I think there would have to be something in it for her, specifically for her to make that appearance. But I would love to see AJ Lee. Yeah. That would be nice.
It'd be awesome. My thing with the Charlotte Flair situation is she don't have to win the Rumble to get the match with Tiffany Stratton. She can win the Chamber, and you just don't want to overdo it with her and being a multiple winner of the Rumble, multiple time women's champ. Like we get
Well,
enough
like,
for Charlotte, man. So
well, I
that's just my
thought,
thing.
years ago, I thought the original plan was for her to, I think, break her dad's record. From what I heard years ago. I don't know if that's when Vince was in charge, if that was his plan, or if that was just the plan in general. I don't know, but Charlotte's really in a situation where she really, she's kind of in like a John Cena situation where she doesn't really need the belt. She should really be there to help put talent over because again, it's Charlotte Flair. She's a big name for WWE. That doesn't mean I don't think she should win championships here and there, but she's kind of in that role where like she really doesn't need to be a champion, or she doesn't need to do anything significant to like put the company on her back or nothing. Right now we're in that generation where it's time for the younger generation to take over, like your Braun Breakers, like your Roxanne Perez's, and your Cora Jades, and your Lyra Valkyrias, your Dakota Kais, and your Io Skies. So it's really time. It's really their time, and it's time for them to start, carrying the load and to start, to start putting the company on their backs and showcasing what the next generation can do.
Yeah. All right, let's head to the next match. We have the ladder match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. The battle to become the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion. Man, at this point, bro, I mean, this storyline has been good. It's been it had its moments. It had to linger for a while. But at this point, man, I think I've given up on Kevin Owens becoming WWE champion. It's now at the point it's getting too close for WrestleMania for Cody to drop the championship and not walk into Mania as the champ at this point. I thought they was going to change the championship back at Saturday's main event, and then we'd be here where Cody would win the championship back from Kevin Owens. But Cody's going to win this match. I just don't see him losing this match with it being so close to WrestleMania. Unless you want to do something where, since they're in Canada and for Elimination Chamber next month, you do something with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the championship there. But I just still don't see no situation where Cody gets the championship that quick and then heads right back into Mania. So I think that'd be pointless at this point. But I'm gonna take Cody Rhodes in this matchup. This is the first ladder match I think Cody Rhodes has been in since his ladder match with Sammy Guevara in AEW, his last match where he went balls to the fucking wall in that match. Him and Sammy Guevara was doing all kind of shit in that matchup. I think this is going to be a great match between these two. They have good chemistry. There ain't really too much I can say about this match. I think it's going to be a very good matchup, man, between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. But I'm taking Cody for the win here to retain the championship and become the rightful undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship. And I think Randy Orton might play a factor in this matchup. So, go ahead.
I was just going to say that too. I was going to say I think Randy will play a very vital role in this match.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it depends on how WWE does the card.
Yeah.
Because I can see Randy playing a role in this match, but also being in the Royal Rumble as well. So I really do kind of think he will play a role in this match. I just really think it depends on if you do the men's Royal Rumble first and then you do this match, or if you do this match first, then you do the Royal Rumble. Because I feel like Randy's in the Rumble, but I do think he will play a role in this, just like I think Sami Zayn will play a role in this match as well.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see how they do it. I mean, I hope Randy plays a role in this match because Randy has to come back and get his revenge on Kevin Owens and all that. But yeah, I do believe Sammy, he'll be involved with it. and I do believe Randy Orton will be involved. I am also going to choose Cody Rhodes. Um, I just think, yeah, this close to WrestleMania, I don't think you take the belt off of Cody, and I feel like even if you were to do something with Cody, Kevin, and Sammy in the main event at Elimination Chamber, um, Cody still might be going into their hometown, but Cody is loved everywhere. So even though you might think Kevin and Sammy have the hometown advantage, you're still gonna have the fans, singing Cody Rhodes' theme song along with them. But yeah, I think Cody wins this match hands down, and I definitely think Sammy and Orton will be involved. I think it would be really shocking if Orton didn't get involved in this match. I mean, unless Triple H, WWE wants to save that match, maybe for WrestleMania, if they decide to go down that route, I kind of feel like that's where it's heading, because I kind of feel like a Randy versus Kevin at Elimination Chamber, I don't know. I feel like that's more of a WrestleMania type of match than just a regular PLE match, but that's just me. We kind of just have to see what happens this Saturday, but yeah, I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. I mean, I think for sure it's definitely Cody Rhodes, right? Who's going to win this matchup, because you have the factor of Sami Zayn, you have the factor of Randy Orton. Okay, now even if Sami Zayn don't come out there, there is the possibility of Randy Orton coming out there and then Sami Zayn later on in the night being in the Royal Rumble, and Kevin Owens entering the Rumble as well, just to get rid of Sami because Sami didn't have his back in this matchup. So that I think that's going to play a role for sure. And I think Orton does enter the Rumble, and then you're going to have some more shenanigans with him and Kevin Owens. And who knows, man? We don't know where that's going to go, man. Whether it's going to be Kevin Owens versus Sami at WrestleMania or Kevin Owens versus Orton at WrestleMania, we do not know. Maybe they might do Kevin versus Sami and Elimination Chamber since it's in Canada. But we had to tune in and see what's going to happen. But it's a lot of layers for Kevin Owens after this matchup, whether it be with Sami or whether it be with Randy Orton. We just have to tune in and see what's going to happen. So that's how we know he's going to fucking lose this matchup for the most part. I just don't see him carrying no championship after that.
Yeah, and it's like, we've seen Kevin and Sami have matches against each other the past several years they've been in WWE, and they've always been good. So it's another one of those things where it's like, okay, how many times can we see this before before it turns into like a Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns situation? But Sami and Kevin, they always put on entertaining matches. What else I was gonna say is, like, maybe Orton comes out and maybe he gives an RKO to Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, but I still think Cody winds up winning the match. But I don't know if they would do that. I think it would be awesome to see Orton give an RKO to both Cody and Kevin Owens, but I think they would. I think they would save that for something else. But I just want to throw that in there.
Okay. I mean, we both taking Cody Rhodes in this matchup, so that's who we got. All right, man. Let's get to the main event, the main course of the night. We have the men's Royal Rumble match, and as of right now, we have the heavy hitters who had declared for this matchup. This is possibly one of the most loaded Royal Rumble matches in a very, very long time. I would say probably since maybe 2020's Royal Rumble, when you had that beast Brock Lesnar in there. You got John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Penta, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, all declared for the Royal Rumble, alongside with
the ones that we see on TV every single week.
Yeah, alongside with Shinsuke Nakamura, a previous Royal Rumble winner. You have Braun Breaker. I think I already mentioned him. You had Chad Gable and Rey Mysterio, who all declared. But I think the top two picks in this Rumble is definitely got to be John Cena and CM Punk. Those got to be the top two picks in this Rumble for sure. I just don't see no one outside of those two winning it, man. It's just, this is a loaded ass Royal Rumble. This is definitely can compete with the lights of 1992 Royal Rumble with Ric Flair for the WWE Championship, or even 2001 with Rock, Austin, Taker, Kane. The list goes on. But this definitely rivals those for right now with the names that's listed. Surprises, we definitely going to get the newly crowned TNA World Heavyweight Champion and Joe Hendry. He will be in this Rumble match. He's going to, you're going to hear that music pop off, and that place is going to go absolutely apeshit. You're definitely going to get a stare down with him and John Cena, because he just said last week that he wants to face John Cena. So there might be a possibility we might get John Cena in the Impact Zone. In 20 years, did you ever think you would hear that sentence come out of my mouth or anybody's mouth in the IWC community? John Cena in a TNA ring. You never thought you would see the day, right? But now his retirement tour, might be a lot of possibilities, man. A lot of possibilities. And him versus Joe Hendry for the TNA Championship may be one of them. So we're going to get Joe Hendry in there for sure. I think he'll be the only TNA guy to be in this Rumble. I don't think you want to rely too heavily on the TNA influence. If I had to throw one more guy in there, or a couple more, I'll probably throw Nick Nemeth and probably Mustafa Ali, just because they have the WWE connection already established with the fans. But I don't think it's going to be too many TNA influence. If I were to throw one in there, I would say Mike Santana for sure, because he's been killing it in TNA. To go from AEW to where he's a tag team guy strictly, get hurt, work on his body. If you've seen this guy on Twitter, he's worked on his fucking body, honed his craft, and he's ripped, brother. He's definitely going to be in plays for the World Heavyweight Championship this year. So give him a little spotlight. But I think the influence of TNA is going to be minimum though. Let's see, another surprise I think will be there. For the men's side, I can't really think of that many surprises, honestly. I mean, you're gonna get your obviously your filler characters in there. I think it's gonna be heavy influence on NXT as well. I would love to see Obafemi in there for sure. I think you're gonna see Ethan Page. One surprise I think you will see is Matt Cardona. Okay, being that Chelsea Green is there, and Matt Cardona has made it very well known that he wants to be back in WWE and he wants to be in the Royal Rumble. And I don't know what his contract situation is. I know he was on AEW. That's the only time I seen him. He went against Jericho for the Ring Out Championship, maybe 4 or 5 to 6 weeks ago or something like that. So I can see him being a surprise. And outside of that, I don't really see that many surprises. I think there'll be a lot of heavy NXT influence. You might get a Trick Williams. You never know. I don't know, but this Rumble is going to be stacked. In terms of my winner, I'm going to go with CM Punk, man. John Cena is a very close second. He really is. It's Punk and then it's him, right there, because you can tell such a good story with both of them. And I heard a rumor with John Cena that I will talk about once CK come with his prediction. But I'm gonna take CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble. I'm gonna go with CM Punk, man. Who you got?
All right. Okay. Now, in terms of surprises, I do think we will get Joe Hendry, and I do think we will get Nick Nemeth for sure. NXT, you pretty much already said the 3 that I was thinking of. Obi, Trick Williams, and Ethan Page. But I'm gonna throw another surprise one in there. This might be far out, but I'ma just throw it out there. I'm gonna say Mr. Final Boss himself, The Rock. I'm gonna throw him in there. I don't think we have seen the last of the Final Boss. I really don't think we have. I mean, I believe he said that he's always 20 steps ahead, if I'm not mistaken. So I kind of think maybe we'll see the Final Boss in the Royal Rumble. I think there would be no better place for him to do it than the Royal Rumble. So I'm going to say we'll definitely throw The Rock in there as a surprise entrant. I don't know. Maybe instead of 30, maybe The Rock comes out and says there's going to be 31. I don't know. We'll see. Because I feel like that's something he would do, right? That's something the final boss would do, right? I'm not alone on this.
Nah, I mean, I think 95%, 95% of the IWC agree with you. I think that's the idea, that's the rumor that's floating around that everybody's predicting. I mean, I can see it, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get there.
I mean, if that's the final boss, then yeah, yeah, I would say that.
If that is the case, it's definitely got to be someone him and Roman then, because it don't make sense for him to do nothing with nobody else besides Roman. And you get him versus Roman at WrestleMania.
And this is where I was gonna go with this. I'll say my pick to win the Royal Rumble, John Cena. Obviously, the rumors are Cena versus Cody. I know there were some rumors of Cena versus Gunther. I mean, I'm pretty sure both of those guys would be ecstatic to step in the ring with Cena, as Cena would be ecstatic to step in the ring with either of them. I say Cena because, again, Cena needs to win that 17th World Championship before he retires. I know Cena has said multiple times he doesn't want to win one, but he has to. There has been nobody in the past decade than what John Cena has done for the company, and so I think Cena definitely deserves it. So I say Cena wins. Cena wins, goes to WrestleMania, he punches his ticket, wins the championship. But I think my dark horse backup winner, and as much as it pains me to say this, I'm gonna say it, I think my sleeper winner would be Roman Reigns. The reason why I say that is because I don't think Punk will win, because I still feel like we're gonna get another Seth Rollins versus CM Punk match at WrestleMania. I think 2026 would have to be the year of Punk. I think 2025, you give Cena the main event at WrestleMania since it's his tour, but I think at WrestleMania we will get another Seth Rollins versus CM Punk match. The match they had on Raw, that is nothing to what I think they could do at a WrestleMania with more time on their hands. So I definitely do think we'll get another Seth Rollins versus Punk at Mania. But the reason why I say Roman Reigns is because if we don't get The Rock in the Rumble, I can definitely see Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes 3, and Roman Reigns is back on top as the tribal chief. So that's why I pick Roman Reigns as my sleeper winner, but I definitely 100% believe it'll be Cena. But I feel like for Punk, we'll definitely get another Rollins versus Punk match at WrestleMania. I think those guys deserve way more time than what they got on Raw. I mean, opposed to what they did on Raw, just imagine what they could do at a WrestleMania with more time. That's why I did choose Punk. Punk was gonna be my sleeper, but I changed it to Roman Reigns earlier today, so that's why. So John Cena is who I say is gonna win, and then Roman Reigns will be my dark horse to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got Punk winning, and the reason I got Punk winning because I'm looking towards WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe with the World Heavyweight Champion situation. I don't think Gunther, now coming to me, I don't think Gunther will hold the championship at WrestleMania. I'll tell you why. I think they're gonna have a match. Don't know who Gunther's gonna face. Maybe it's Seth Rollins. Based on the interaction we just had with them on Monday Night Raw, we're gonna have that match rather sooner than later, right? So why not Triple H possibly put that match for Elimination Chamber? And who has Gunther had an issue with? Who didn't get his get back when Gunther went out after him?
Seth?
No, not Seth.
No, not Seth.
It's a legend. It's a Hall of Famer.
Goldberg.
Okay. I think Goldberg does cost Gunther the championship, okay? At Elimination Chamber. He spears him or something in the matchup. And that allows Seth Rollins to hit the curb stomp. You get Seth Rollins winning the championship. And you get CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. You get Cody Rhodes taking on... You throw anybody in that situation. I don't think it would be John Cena. I think John Cena faces somebody else at WrestleMania. I think Roman Reigns will face The Rock at WrestleMania. We're going to see who Cody faces. I don't know right now, top of my head, who it would be. But we'll see. Maybe Randy Orton or something. I don't know. Because it's a lot of... Yeah.
Well, I think that's the other match people want is Randy and Cody because they have history. You know. But with my thinking, I think we'll get Randy versus Kevin. I can see Goldberg costing Gunther the match, but we know how high Triple H is on Gunther, so I kind of feel like maybe Triple H would want Gunther to walk into WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight Champion, but I could also see Triple H, not having Gunther not retain the title at WrestleMania, even though Gunther lost the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. So that's just the way that I view it, because I don't foresee Triple H doing what Vince did, put the title on Goldberg for about a month and then just drop it at the next pay-per-view. I don't foresee Triple H doing that. That's just my take on it, and the reason why I said I think Roman Reigns is a sleeper is because John Cena is advertised for Elimination Chamber, so that's kind of why I had to pick a second person to win, because it's like, okay, if Cena wins the Rumble, he's advertised for Elimination Chamber, what do you have him do at Elimination Chamber? So if Cena doesn't win the Rumble, okay, now you can have Cena do something at Elimination Chamber to get him a title shot at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It definitely is WrestleMania season when you have all these possibilities and all these matchups going through the dome, throughout your head. Possibilities are endless around this time. But man, that's our predictions for the Royal Rumble 2025. Definitely is going to be a great show. So many possibilities. That's the thing you want in wrestling. A lot of possibilities, a lot of layers added, and a lot of avenues for all these superstars to go down. No matter you predict them the right way or the wrong way, as long as it's an interesting story, that's the only thing that matters. But that's gonna do it for us, man. I would like to thank CK for joining me on this edition of the Royal Rumble predictions. He's going to be on future videos like the Big Four. He'll be a part of WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Rumble, Survivor Series. So be expecting him on those prediction shows as well. And I will link his channel in the description down below. He does like Let's Plays, any type of that nature. He does a lot of shit, man. So check his channel out. It'll be in the description. You want any notes you want to say to the people before I sign off here?
I have two channels. I have my main channel, which is CK Games, and then my Let's Play channel is CK Games 2. I just did Warhammer Space Marine 2 Let's Play. I'm trying to get him to get the game so he can play it with me, and maybe we could do some content for that. But that's all I'm saying. Just closing thoughts. It's like you said. It's WrestleMania season. We have all the big names here, and it's just so many possibilities and so many stories that all these big superstars can go. I think whatever happens, it's gonna be exciting for everybody. It's gonna be exciting for all the fans. If Cena doesn't win that 17th championship before his run is done, I'm gonna be sad. That's what I'm gonna end it on right there, man. That's what I'm gonna end it on right there.
All right, man. Y'all know what to do down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.